All right, hey you guys, if you are watching this live, whether you're on this call with me right now or whether you're going to be watching it later, welcome to the She Rises Bootcamp. I'm beyond excited, like literally beyond excited. I've had quite a few messages from you guys today saying that this is totally different than anything I've ever done and you're excited about it. And so it is different. I am excited about it because I've always put a lot of effort into these challenge groups, but this is like an ongoing year-long group. And the reason I'm changing the whole setup is because I'm tired of seeing people jump in for a month and jump out and jump in for a month and jump out. And I want to see this become a new lifestyle, a new mindset, that we are rising all the time, and that it's not that you're not just like going to stop all of a sudden. You're not just going to stop all the hard work that you put in. You're not just going to stop doing the things that you know are going to help you rise up in all areas of your life. So I'm really excited about that. And so I really wanted to just go over the challenge group. And so I'm going to share my screen. So don't panic when you see the screen changing here. Oh, my iTunes store keeps trying to sign me in. Like, what the heck? Sorry. It's been doing that all day. I need to like restart my computer or something. Okay. So first of all, here's the calendar. You will get a copy of this in your email on Saturday morning, I believe it is. And this is basically what we are looking at for the month. Like, here's an overview. So on Sundays, we'll be doing the Bible reading recap. So obviously Sundays are a day of rest. I don't expect you to check into the challenge group unless this is something that you really, really love. And something that you're really wanting to be a part of. And I'll explain that Bible reading plan here in a second. On Mondays, we are doing a Zoom workout. And so all that is, this is Zoom, you're on Zoom. And so all that is where you show up, you mute yourself, and then so that we don't hear each other's workouts. And then you play your workout from whichever, I play mine from my TV, from my smart TV. And then you play your workout and you do whatever workout you're on, and we're all doing different things, but it's just really encouraging to look at that screen and see other women across the United States sweating their butts off with you. So it's really fun. And I know 5:15 Central Time is early for me, and then it's even earlier if you're in like Mountain Time or Pacific. But so maybe Pacific people, I probably wouldn't be jumping on at 3:15. That's just my thoughts, or even 4:15. But if this is something that like really sticks out to you and you want to do this with us, that's awesome. I may do another time for some girls in the other time zones when it's not like I said, 3:15 in the morning. But we will get there. We will work our way there. And then also on Mondays, we'll be tagging our accountability partners. I've done this in the past and you guys loved it. And so every month or every 2 months, we'll see how it works. Like I said, this is all a work in progress. So for 2 months, you'll have an accountability partner and you will tag her every time you want, if you want to. But especially on Mondays, we'll be tagging our partner to make sure like we never miss a Monday. Mondays set the tone for your week. And so we don't want to miss those, and we want to do those together. And obviously, if you can't make that Zoom workout time, you do whatever time's best for you. That's just for fun. It's just an added bonus. On Tuesdays, obviously our boot camp is called She Rises. I want to have some sort of call to action for women that are rising up, being more brave, being hard workers. For the first couple months, we're honestly going to cover Proverbs 31, just because she is pretty BA, and I don't know if I should ever describe a Bible character that way, or even a Bible character ideal, because she's not actually named. But still, she is a boss. And so I love reading about her. I love praying that my life would look like hers. I love rising up like her. And so on every Tuesday, we're going to get a challenge to rise up. On Wednesdays, it'll be a fun challenge. There won't be prizes every Wednesday, but there will be prizes a lot of Wednesdays. We'll have a spirit week in there thrown in here and there where there will be prizes. On Thursdays, you will get a meal plan emailed to you every single Thursday afternoon, every single Thursday. They will always be different. And most of them follow, actually, I think all of them will follow the ultimate portion fix, which I'll cover here in a second, but can easily be converted to 2B mindset, because 2B mindset is a little bit less type A. I'm going to put it that way. On Fridays, we're going to be talking about, I call it face-to-face Fridays, because I really want this to be like a time that you guys like share who you are and that we really get to know each other and have fun. That was one of the things whenever I said, hey, what do you guys want more of? At least in some of our past challenge groups, they wanted more like interaction with each other. And so face-to-face Fridays is going to be a time where it's optional, but it's fun if you do it, where you can tell your story. What's been your biggest win for the week? What's been your biggest obstacle? What's your vision? And you're actually going to be encouraged to like actually make a 3-minute or less video sharing this, not just typing it up, but actually making a video to share it. And sometimes I'll even do some interviews. Maybe that was an idea that was thrown out that I thought sounded like fun. So we'll see about that. And then Saturdays, I really want to spend some time recognizing you guys. I've never done this before, but I thought, you know, like the girls that are logging a workout every single day, Monday through Friday, like they deserve a shout out. Same thing for the girls drinking Shakeology, because we know how crazy incredible the nutrients are in there. You deserve a shout out. The girls who have engaged in every single post for the week, the girls who have shown up and been part of the community, I want to shout you out because I really think that's important. I personally, that is my love language, is recognition. Is that, I forget what it's called, missing, maybe it's not, words of affirmation. That's my love language. And so like something like this would just be super exciting for me if I was, you know, if the roles were switched here. And then the last one is actually going to be, it says recognition worked out, but it's going to be a transformation within our group. I'm going to recognize someone who has really like put in the effort to get their nutrition right and their workouts in and seeing a transformation. And so I'm going to share that at least once a month. Next, I'm going to go to our actual boot camp. And so this is going to throw you guys off, but let me explain this first. You guys only have access to our boot camp through the app. As a coach, I have access to it from a desktop so that I can like make posts and stuff and manage you guys easier. I'm not going to show anything on here, but I am going to show you the file. So at the top of your phone, and I'm going to try to show you this without it being really glary. But if you go to your challenge tracker app on that main page, at the very, very top, oh, the glare is so bad. It says She Rises right there, and then right underneath it, it says info and files. And when you click on that, it will take you to the file section here, and this is going to grow. So like right now we're looking at it, and all you see is the getting started guide, and you see the February week 3 meal plan. As we go through this year, this is going to grow, and you're going to have access to all these meal plans as the year goes on. And so not only will you be getting those in your email, but you'll also be getting those here in your actual challenge group. So I'm going to just go to the getting started guide really quick just to show you guys. Also, your coach, like if you did not come into this group with me, you actually had another coach that told you about this and you joined with her, you probably got a guide very similar to this, but it was her guide. And so you probably have her picture and her top 10 tips for success and her Bible reading plan. So I want you to go with whatever your coach has put, and some coaches may not even have a Bible reading plan, just depending on who you signed up with, and that's totally fine. But I wanted to share here what this looks like, and hold on, let me see if I can change. Sorry, you can hear my kids out there. Okay, you can't. We're just gonna work with it. I can't figure out how to zoom out. Am I crazy? Usually it's like right here. Ah, no, go back. Why did it disappear? There we go. Okay. Here we go. We're going to zoom out. All right, so here's what it looks like. That's page 1. I really do, you don't have to print this page, but I really do want you guys to print this out because there are a few sheets that I need you to fill out. And when I say need, I mean it because they're life-changing. I used to roll my eyes at some of the stuff that I'm going to tell you guys, but I promise my life completely transformed whenever I finally just said, okay, success leaves clues. These successful people do this. I'm going to do it. And not just successful, but just people that are actually reaching their goals that they want to reach. Not successful in terms of like everything else. But here is the guide contents. Self-explanatory. Here is how we rise up, what you can expect from me, my goal for you, really our goal for you as you're in this group. Here's my story. I'll let you read that on your own time, but just basically I was the loneliest person, but also too prideful to reach out for help. I mean, Because honestly, when you're in that pit, you don't really realize you're that deep into that pit. You don't even know how to ask for help. And that's where I was. I was just super lonely. I had worked my whole life. I'd been in school my whole life. God made it very clear after losing 2 babies, 2 miscarriages, that when my third one was like coming and I knew he was going to be in my arms, that I needed to be home with him. And I wanted to be home with him. And I had never thought I was going to be a stay-at-home mom. That wasn't one of my dreams growing up. I wanted to work. And so, but when I realized how precious life was and my whole life got, honestly turned on its head, I was staying home with that baby. But I loved working. I loved doing things. I love having goals. And so being out and, being home and not out with people and not, with career goals and this and that, like I lost who I was. You can only set so many goals to change diapers so many times in a day before you realize that you need something else. And that was where I was. I just needed something to keep me healthy in a routine and connect me with other women. But I also just really needed a business to run too. And so when this came across and I realized how healthy I had gotten and I believed in it, and then I was like, and I can do this from home, I was all in. So that's my story in a very, very short amount of time, but that's it. Here's your getting started checklist. So the first thing I want you to do, if you don't know how to yet, most of you do, but if you don't, I want you to log into Beachbody On Demand. And the way you can do that is either from the app, just search Beachbody On Demand and you'll see that come up, and log in. And you can actually cast to a smart TV from the app. You can do the workouts from the app, all the things. And then you can also access it from like a computer, like what I'm on right now, just a desktop or a MacBook or a laptop, tablet, whatever. You can access it from there as well. And yeah, that's Beachbody On Demand. That's where your workouts are. It's where the nutrition plans are. That's where everything is, other than the challenge group. So the challenge group is separate, and then Beachbody On Demand, there's 2 different apps there, but all the workouts and nutrition stuff, it's all on Beachbody On Demand. All of our challenge group stuff is in the My Challenge Tracker app, which we'll get there. The next thing you need to do is choose a program and print a calendar guide. Now, some of you may have chosen like the newest launch program. Right now, that's FAR. Here in a little bit, it will be 10 rounds. Then after that, there's a new program launching this summer. And so you may have chosen to do the launch program. Some of you are going back to old favorites. I'm personally doing the 6 weeks of the work right now. And after that, I don't even know what I'm doing, probably 10 rounds, because that sounds like a lot of fun. And it will be the new launch. So I'm always up for something new, but you need to pick a program. And once you do that, go to that program in Beachbody On Demand. Go to, notice when you click on a program, you'll see an overview of that program. You will see the videos for it, so the actual workouts themselves. And then you will see what it says, program materials. That part is important. I can't even express how important it is. In the program materials, you'll have your getting started guide for your specific program. So like, let's say you're choosing Lift 4, you'll get a program guide for Lift 4. You'll get a workout calendar for Lift 4. They will have a nutrition program, like a baseline nutrition program that you can follow in most of the workout programs. And it will just give you the total rundown for how to be successful with that program. Like, get in there, spend some time and play around and really look at your program and what you need to be successful in that. As your coach, me or whoever sponsored you, like, we are excited to help you figure that out. So if you don't know which program to choose, or if it is not clicking where to find this information or how to get started, definitely reach out and we will help you figure out a plan and help you get those program materials to get moving. So the second thing, now it's actually the third, but the second thing on that is choosing a nutrition program. So the nutrition programs, the way that they work with Beachbody On Demand is that with every program, you get a very basic nutrition guide that comes. You'll get this little book and it will say the Beachbody Guide to Nutrition, and it will give you some recipes and explain a little bit of clean eating. However, you can do an absolute, like, if you're like, okay, cool, I know workouts work, like obviously it's working out, like it's going to work, but I really want to lock down my nutrition. Like, I really want to learn and really there's 2 kind of roads you can take, and I'll explain those later. But some of us know that we need to be eating clean, but we can't because we have all these emotional triggers that keep sending us back to the cabinet for those chocolate chips, or keep sending us back to the store after the kids have gone to bed, sending our husband to go get a tub of ice cream. Or, you know, like we keep having these triggers that send us back like on a downward spiral. So there's a program that really gears towards that without a very restrictive eating plan. One that I honestly recommend most for breastfeeding mamas and pregnant mamas, because it doesn't restrict the amount of food that you eat, but it does tell you what you should be eating in the proportions that you need. There's also, if you're like coming in here and you're like, listen, I want to look like an athlete. Like I want to look like a bikini, you know, like a bikini competitor. Like I want to do these hardcore workouts and I really want to like get chiseled and toned and all the things. And you're very type A, then you're going to want those containers, those color coded containers. That is using honestly, a very easy version of macros, which is what all bodybuilders and sports nutrition people are using. But it is in a way that we can do it easily and learn easily and incorporate it into everyday normal living. I personally am drawn to the containers. That is what my personality loves. But if I ever end up pregnant again, or anytime I have a breastfeeding mama that joins us, I really do tell them to go to the 2B mindset, because both are focused on clean eating. They're just done in a very different way. And I'll get to that in a second, a little bit more into detail. The next thing that you guys are going to want to do is make sure you join the My Challenge Tracker app, the She Rises Bootcamp. I already showed you that. It's on your phone, is where the only phone or a tablet are the only place that you can access that app. So you cannot access it from a desktop. And then we have to take before pics and measurements. I'll get there. Clarity statements and commitment form, I'll get there. So here's the 2B mindset. This is the one where I recommend most breastfeeding moms, pregnant mamas, or anyone who struggles with emotional eating that cannot be put on any type of restrictive diet. You know those times where you've said, okay, I'm going on a diet, and then immediately you want to fall out and freak out because you feel restricted, you feel like you can't do this, you feel like I have to have cheese, I have to have this, I have to whatever. This is the plan for you. Ilana Molstein, the creator of this, she was actually 100 pounds heavier when she created this program for herself, to work for herself, and now she shares it with millions of people across the United States and the world. So I'll let you read this on your own, but right here, if you click on this within the PDF, you can access these guides. So obviously you're probably going to have this printed out, this guide at some point, but go back and read about the 2B mindset or read about the ultimate portion fix, and then click on the eating plans to take a look at those. Now, Autumn is the creator of the ultimate portion fix. She's one of the super trainers who came in with guns blazing on the best programs, and then also with the best nutrition programs for athletes. And so we kind of have two different tracks here. You have just basic, I want to get healthy and not live, you know, under the restrictions of food and bound by emotional eating, and I just want to eat healthy. So you've got the 2B mindset for that. The ultimate portion fix is definitely clean nutrition. She gets rid of all the chemicals, she gets rid of all the garbage and the junk, but she also gets you to use these containers to eat in a way that you're going to burn the most fat and get the most muscle tone while you're doing these very athletic programs. And so with the 2B mindset, you don't even have to do, they call exercise, what do they call it? Like bonus points, and extra credit is what they call exercise. And so, but the ultimate portion fix is designed to be used around exercise and with intense programs. So that is kind of decide what kind of lifestyle you want to live, what you're really going for, what your goals are. And then you can choose a meal plan based on that. Talk to your coaches too. We can help you decide. We can help you figure out what will be best for you. All right, I did include something about the supplements because there's so many misconceptions about them. So really one of the biggest reasons that I was skeptical about these programs when I started and coaching and stuff, because there were so many shakes on the market. Like, why do I need to buy this shake? And I even told the girl that I was signed up with, I was like, I'm never buying the shake. That price has to be a typo. Sorry, but that's not going to happen. And just to kind of give you guys a clue to what my life looked like prior to this, is I was a very clean eater, but I ate like triple the amount of food I was supposed to be eating. So that's kind of my nutrition story. So when I looked at Shakeology's ingredients, I was almost mad because I wanted to prove them wrong. And I was like, nope, I'm going to find something in here that I disagree with. Like, I'm going to find it and I'm going to stop drinking this and I'm going to tell everyone that I know to stop drinking it. Like, I was looking for things and reasons to not love Shakeology and to not share it. But you guys, it's not a protein shake. It does have protein, it does have clean protein in it, but it has so, I mean, go look at that bag. Most of you have it, or go look at the label. It has over 40 superfood ingredients on top of clean protein, prebiotics, probiotics, adaptogens. Adaptogens help you adapt to, that's what part of the name, helps you adapt to stressors in your environment, help you balance your hormone levels. It also has antioxidants in there from all the superfoods that are in there. And guys, I'm trying not to go too far into this because I'm so obsessed with it. But we actually go get these superfoods. So like chaga, we actually go to the country of origin that this food was first ever grown and found in. And then we use that country to source it because they have the best soil nutrients to grow that crop. And then we work very closely with those farmers to make sure it's organic. And then we also closely work with them to make sure that their conditions are, that they're treated well, that it is fair trade. And we also, to give them a fair price. And we also make sure that that crop makes it to the place of export so that we are getting the right crop, because that's actually a problem in some countries where things get swapped because people are taking things that don't belong to them, and then we get lesser valued products. So there are so many steps taken, and then every single batch is tested before it is put into the bags and sent out. And it's also, because here was another concern of mine, I was like, that's great that all these ingredients are in there, but are they like actually good once they're stuffed in a bag in powder form, right? But they actually process all the ingredients very carefully under 212 degrees Fahrenheit so that all their nutrients remain intact, so that when they are rehydrated, those nutrients are there for our bodies to use. Most girls that start drinking Shakeology realize that their cravings go down, not because this is filling our stomachs up with chemicals and garbage, which are actually in a lot of shakes if you look at them, like soy and things like that. The reason that our cravings go down is actually because our nutrient needs are getting met. Our body craves things because it needs something. Sometimes it craves things emotionally, so that is to be accounted for. But there are times where your body is literally sending you to the kitchen because it's craving something and it's trying to find that nutrient to fix its need. So a lot of girls have found that when they drink Shakeology on a regular basis, after about 2 weeks of really getting those nutrients in their system, they really do see a reduced urge to just go to the kitchen and roam the refrigerator and the cabinets and try to find something, because our bodies are finally nourished and it can settle down for a second. Now, obviously, if you have a lot of stressors in your life, you're going to still be going there to the kitchen to be trying to fill that emotional void, which in that case, I really do want to point you to the 2B Mindset. Some other supplements that I do use, just really quick, are Recover and Energize. Recover is the protein shake. So when you think like muscles, lifting, toning, protein shake, that's our protein shake. Shakeology is a nutrient shake. Recover is a protein shake, but it's also clean nutrients, all clean ingredients, and it has BCAAs, which are branched chain amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein, to really help your muscles recover, which that's the name of it, recover well, so that you can actually go about your workouts at a much, honestly, just more steady pace, and you're not waddling around the house in utter pain because your muscles hurt so bad. And then additionally, we have Energize. That is a clean energy supplement used. The ingredients are all natural, so it's lemon and fruit that make up the flavors and the colors. And then the caffeine comes from green tea and coffee bean extract. So all natural ingredients, nothing man-made in the lab. It comes from actual food. Same thing with our beach bars. They have 10 grams of protein, and I don't remember right now, but very low carbs for the protein count. And so that is something that I use almost every single day, and it honestly feels like a dessert. And the ingredients, once again, are clean. We make sure it's real food ingredients, no chemicals, no garbage in our food. It's a very big deal for us. I also use collagen. I didn't mention that in there. I use my collagen in my shakes every day as well for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Okay, this is so important. These before pics and measurements, no one ever wants to do them, but I can't even explain their importance. This is what the message I usually get from women is, hey, I didn't take before pictures or measurements, but I wish I did because I can tell a huge difference in these jeans, or I feel so good, or blah, 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 or I've lost 7 pounds. And they always regret not taking these before and after pictures. I'm not going to make you share these with me. I'm going to highly encourage it just because I think that's really good accountability. And it helps me as well see how much skin, literally skin, you have in the game. And you can also do it with a tank top. It doesn't have to be in a sports bra. But I really do encourage you to take these pictures because someday you're going to look back and go, I didn't realize I had come this far. And it's going to blow your mind. It really is. Literally every time I take them, and I've been doing this for 4 years, literally every time I take them and do a new program, I'm always blown away at how that specific program changed specific parts of my body that I didn't see coming. So always, always take these before and after pics and do your measurements. The scale does not tell the entire story. You can lose 8 pounds of fat and put on 6 pounds of muscle, and then you think you have failed because you only lost 2 pounds, when in reality, you're an entirely different shape now. Your body composition has changed. You're now a fat burning machine because your metabolism has revved up, and it's not a 2 pound difference. This is much bigger than that. Additionally, I love free things, and if you submit your pictures, you will get your before and afters for any program. You will get a free tank top or a t-shirt, depending on your preference, showing that you've completed a program, which is super exciting to wear. And even if you don't wear it out, like just to know that you completed something is a big deal in this world. Okay, now these contrast statements, this is where it's like, okay, Lauren, are you getting woo-woo on me here? Like what is a contrast statement and a clarity statement? But I promise you, this is the part I put off the longest, and it's the part I wish I would have picked up the quickest. So what you're going to do with this is you're going to write out 10 things that you do not like about your life right now. And we're not doing this just to have a pity party. I promise there's a purpose. But I want you to get really clear with yourself on what you don't like, on feelings that you have that you don't like. Like it says here, this is going to make you very uncomfortable at first because a lot of us are living our lives we don't tell ourselves what's wrong because then we know we have to fix it, or it may just be too painful to even write out. But I promise you, once you put these on paper, once you actually spit that thing out that you don't like, that is the first steps to working toward healing and working toward meeting that goal to completely switch that. So an example that you can give is, I can't fit into my jeans comfortably. I feel sluggish and tired. I don't have any motivation. My relationship with my husband or with my kids or with my mom feels strained. This can be all fitness related, but some of this can even be career related, relationships, family, marriage. Like if there is something in your life that you don't like, I want you to write it down. I want you to make a list. You can print this out or just write on a piece of paper 10 things that you don't like about your life right now. And you are probably thinking, I'm crazy, but I promise this is so therapeutic and healing, and you need to do it because here's why. When you get to this side of the paper, I'm just going to honestly read this to you because I can't say it better than I've written it. You're going to write the opposite of those contrast statements that you just wrote out. You're going to be reading these to yourself before your workout each day as part of your new routine. I know I thought this seemed hokey pokey until I did it for 2 weeks, and then everything started changing, and I realized it's because I was rewriting all the things that I didn't love in my life in a new way. So try writing out those contrast statements with clarity and with hope in mind. So an example, here are some of the examples here at the bottom. It says, I'm in the process of fitting back into my favorite jeans. Because think about this. You don't just want to say, oh, I don't fit into my jeans, and then just write out, I fit into my jeans. Your brain's going to know you're lying, right? Like your brain's going to go, okay, so I said that, but I don't fit into my jeans. So saying that doesn't make me feel any better. That's how a lot of people will tell you to write these things. And that's why I didn't do this for so long, because I was like, no, my brain knows it. That's BS. Like, I don't fit into my jeans. Why am I going to say that I fit into my jeans if I don't fit in my jeans? And the reason why is because I wasn't saying it correctly. Now, instead, I will say, I am in the process of fitting back into my jeans. Because when you wake up and you're overwhelmed and you immediately start thinking about all the things that you don't like, that's what we usually do, right? How defeated do you feel the rest of the day? Where you wake up and you think, like, I don't want to do this workout. I don't want to do this workout. How much better is it going to feel when you're about to do your workout and you sit down and you read, I am in the process of gaining more energy and endurance. I love how it feels when I finish a workout. I mean, yeah, that's so empowering. I love how it feels when my husband and I communicate well. I love how it feels when I finish a job at the end of the day. I am in the process of losing 10 pounds. I am in the, like, how much better does that feel? Like, instead of just saying, this sucks, or I fit into my jeans, which we all know is bullcrap. No, we don't, but we are in the process of that. And it excites me to know that I have started a program that will get me the results I need. I have no doubt that I can finish this workout. Like, how empowering is that? So I really do, you guys. I want you to write those contrast statements and those clarity statements. One of mine, I'll be very honest with you, is my contrast statement was that I have a very short temper with my kids. And so my clarity statement is, I love how it feels when I am a kind and patient mother. Like, what a tone to set for the rest of my day when I read that out and then I pray that over my life and then I go live it. So I'm taking a little time to explain these to you guys, but I really want you, more than anything, to do the contrast and clarity statements and put those clarity statements wherever it is that you work out, or on your bathroom mirror, or somewhere where you're going to read them every single day, because it will set the tone for a completely new life for you. Promise. Now, the vision commitment form. Once again, I'm not going to read all this part to you, but I want you to write 10 things that you see yourself doing in the next 3 months. So this is a 3-month cluster here. I want you to write, I see myself blank. So some examples that I put. And obviously, you kind of want to look at your contrast and clarity statements too to write this out. But some examples I have are, I see myself getting up early. I see myself being patient with my family. That one's mine. I see myself asking for a raise at work. I see myself moving forward with energy and positivity. I see myself working through my pain and grief with optimism. Like, literally, I know it sounds so woo-woo and hokey pokey, but guys, these are some of the things that have started to come to pass because not only am I speaking them over my life, I'm praying them over my life. The Lord really does want you to have a good life. He's not just up there playing this game. Obviously, you're going to walk through hard things, but that's because he wants you to grow through those hard things. Like, I even in the bottom, I talk about that. I see myself working through my pain and grief with optimism. I am under no illusion that I'm done with pain in my life, but I see myself working through any more pain that comes with optimism, or with, with his word guiding me. Like, I can see that, right? Because I'm praying that over my life. Please tell me I didn't lose you through all of this. But guys, this is so important, and I want you guys to fill this out and sign it and date it at the bottom of this commitment form. Now, this part is totally optional. This is our Bible reading plan. This part is never mandatory because I realize that not even everyone in our challenge group is going to abide by the same belief system as me. However, every time I ask you guys what you want more in the challenge group, it's always some sort of devotional or Bible reading plan. And so I have racked my brain to come up with something that people can, because here's the thing, I'm giving this call right now and it's February 24th. Someone's going to jump in on May 25th and they're going to go, okay, what can I do? And I don't want them jumping in the middle of like a Beth Moore study, or she reads truth study, or any of those. So the reason I chose this plan specifically is because for the next 2 years, you can jump in at any time because it's the Bible. Like, there are always times where we jump in the middle of a chapter somewhere, right? And so you can always jump in on this. You can always be caught up. You can always, like, even if you're jumping in on Exodus and you're like, but I kind of want to know Genesis, you can always go back and read Genesis quickly. It's actually very easy to read the Bible quickly if you want to. Or you can do like there really are Cliff Note versions out there. And so the reason that I chose this Bible reading plan is because I want girls to be able to jump in at any time, and I always want to keep it based completely on scripture. And so this is the only way I know how to do it, where I think we're all going to get something out of it without feeling like there's a lot of reading and writing and studying weighing over our heads at the same time. And I've already started this, and I've gotten so much out of it just because it's like making me go to God's word every day. So I promise it's good. And once again, you can click here to access that reading plan, and it'll take you straight there. And then here's my top 10 tips for success. You can read those on your own. But there is the challenge group guide and the challenge group. I want to go into nutrition in more detail, but I really don't think I need to. I think you guys need to look at what is there, and then you need to decide, and then we'll go deeper into one or the other on a one-on-one basis. So from there, are there any questions that you guys have for me?
I don't have any questions.
Do you have any comments or anything you want to add? Like, you don't have to. I just want to give you guys some time to like chat things over if you have any questions or things or any thoughts or ideas you want to add. Okay, well, either way, I'm so excited. Like, I literally cannot wait for every single day for this, probably the next 2 months. I'm just going to be like all up in that group, driving people crazy. But you guys let me know if you have any questions, and I will get back to those. And this recording will actually be in the challenge group tomorrow morning for people to go back and watch. So, and then I'll probably like edit out that last part where we're just kind of talking and stuff. But, you know, this part's just for us. So if you guys are good, then I will go ahead and close it out. All right. Bye. Thanks for hopping on.